Hello. So in this video I thought we'll go through a few of his plans for next year. I've bottled a few females up because now we can clearly see that they're filling up with eggs when being indoor. They're like football. Even the chag, Jinrin chag boy. Let's see if I can spin her over a bit. But you can see the eggs at the back near the two fins. You see how she's bloated. They're all eggs. The Shiro looks abnormal. It's carrying that many, but we didn't breed this year. It's absolutely chocker with eggs, that is, right up to its head. And also the Kajaku is also filling with eggs. We've also got the Jinrin Kawaku and the Platinum Ogon. They're exactly the same. So it's worked really well bringing them indoor and filling them up. Just release them, just let them go. Now my plan is I want to start breeding them early. So my plan is this, or next year, I'll just get this food out here. I want to start breeding them at the end of February, and I'll go through what we're going to do to try and do this. We've got to try and get the heating cost down for heating the water outside. So my plan is I'm going to remove this tank. I've still got all these fry in here. So let's turn the light off so we can show any colour. Some nice fry in here, some nice Shiro Asuri, there's some nice Showa, some nice Kawaku. There's a mixture of everything really. So we're going to remove this tank. I've got to finish cladding the walls. We'll get to that in a minute. And we're going to set a spawning pool up in here. And it's going to be really tight because it's going to come to about 8 inches off the wall. I'm hoping I can just squeeze past when I need to come in here. But this pool, with no heating on, it's running at 17, where these tanks are running at 14. Because all the pipe where it runs outside and it goes into the garage, where the garage isn't insulated. But because this is indoor in here, this tank is 17 this time of year. So for end of Feb, I should think it'll be quite easily keep it up to 18, and it's not going to cost me what it will cost me outside to heat the tanks up out there. So we're going to keep them in there just until they're big enough to transfer into these, and then we're going to put them into nets. So we're going to breed all these in here. There's some more Shiro in the main pond that I haven't brought in just through we not have enough room by the time we've bred all them. We're going to buy a couple more females, so we're going to breed a few more as well. Don't know how the Chargo is going to go. It's going to be interesting. We've never bred them, so I don't know whether the male that we bought is fertile, but I'm sure if you keep following us you'll find out. I have put in at work that I'm going to reduce my hours, so from January we're going to get back to doing videos every week. So all these fry, they're all coming up now, or some of them are coming up. There's some nice fry in there. They only get him fed once a week. Shape sun's now out because you could see the colours better. I'll probably do a video on them once we move them over. There's a few bigger ones over here. These are about 2.5 to 3s. Yeah, we'll probably do a video on them when we move them over. So that's my plans. We'll see how it goes. I'm sure it'll work with it being same size pool in here. And we can still, I've got all my pipes for trickle in, trickle out. They all piped up into that corner. So if we are struggling to get them to spawn, but we'll go through that when we're spawning. Not a lot else to tell you this time of year. I mean, there's the cladding that we put inside the building. Boy, has that made a big difference. We've got no mould. We've got no code walls now. Behind the cladding there's 2-inch insulation gone behind there. We've just got to finish the rest of it off. Got to do all the way around the windows. And we've also got to do all the front of the tanks. But with the arse flood, that has took priority at the moment. Turn the lights back on. You see how bright all the cladding's made it. So over the moon with that. I think that was money well spent. It will be when it's all finished. But there's no condensation running down the walls. Not like there was. I mean, these walls across the back here, these were absolutely running with water. Just because they were code walls. So all these tanks were all empty, which will be good for the next season. So yeah, we're looking forward to it. We're looking forward to getting everything going how we want it. Another thing, we're breeding them early on. You can't breed them in this country outside in February because you need another tank. But once they've done spawning, you can't take them out at 18 degrees and then put them in 7s and 8s, which I'm sure that pond's going to be in February. So once they've finished spawning in here, then they can be moved straight back into one of these tanks because there's no males there. And then they can cool or stay in here until the water temperatures pick up outside. It'll be really interesting this year on how it goes. And then we'll keep them in there. What I'm hoping to do, I'm hoping to get this tank and set this tank up somewhere here. Just for the fact, I don't want them going down the grapes. So as soon as they get big enough that we can net these off and put them in the nets, and we're going to net each tank individually off, and we're going to have each different spawn into each different tank. Back to how we used to do it. It should be good. As I say, I don't know where we're going to quarantine the new ones. We might end up quarantining them next door. We'll have to set up another tank next door and we'll quarantine them in there so we can heat ramp them before they actually go in the main pond. But we'll do some videos on them as I've chose what I want to breed. I just fancy something different. Might go back to doing a few Deutsch or doing something like a Sargi. I've never bred a Sargi. I've had a Sargi young'uns from breeding through Kaku, and it's produced the odd ones. They've been really good, to be honest. They just brighten everything up with the blue in the tank. It's a different colour. So yeah, I hope everybody's had a good Christmas. The same as I say, from January we're going to have to step things up, try and get all this done and get it ready. Well, we need to get that done before February, just so we can get this tank in and get the breeding tank in, get that filled up and prepped. But we'll go through all that once we start doing it. So big thanks for all them that have subscribed, even so we haven't done many videos. But things will change in January, I'll make sure on it. So I hope everybody's had a good Christmas, and make sure you have a good New Year, and we'll see you in January. Thanks for watching.